The British rule ended in Bharat on 15th August 1947. We celebrate Independence Day, that is Swatantrata Divas, in its remembrance. Swatantrata means the rule of self. Many invaders came to Bharat for 2500 years who tried a lot to establish their sovereignty over Bharat. In retaliation, many brave Indians have sacrificed their lives to ensure that our Bharat stays independent. The primary aim of all the battles fought in the world since the dawn of time has been freedom. Suryavanshi Kshatriya Shri Ram fought Ravan to liberate the entire world from the atrocities of wicked Ravan. The deities fought demons to attain liberation from them. Pandavas fought Kauravas in the Mahabharata to attain liberation from their atrocities, and the freedom fighters fought decisive wars in the revolt of 1857 to liberate Bharat from the shackles of slavery. If you carefully listen to what was said, only one word has been spoken again and again. That word is Mukti, which clearly means freedom, but is the Independence Day that we celebrate with such joy and enthusiasm the real Independence Day? It is also written in the Gita, Swadharme nidhanam shreya pardharmo bhayavaha, which means it is better to die in one's own religion. Other religions are frightening. Today, we have attained freedom from the British rule, but some people of Bharat itself have tied it in new kinds of shackles. These are the shackles of vices, corruption, racial discrimination, mutual hostility and misconduct. So, are we free from the slavery of these 5 vices? It is also said, Paradheen sapne ho sukh nahi, kar vichar dekho man mahi. So, think about it. Is our soul constant in the feeling of slavery, or is it constant in its original form? If it is constant in the feeling of the self, it is the true freedom, or else it is slavery. But we can see many of such people in our day-to-day lives who say, my day just doesn't start without a cup of tea. The doctor has prohibited it, but I just can't live without sweets. Their mind is a slave of food and drinks. Some are the slaves of facilities while some are the slaves of their indriya. Are you also a slave of anything? When we are slaves of food and drinks, people, facilities and our indriya, how can we call ourselves free? First, we have to attain freedom from these bad habits of ours. How will we attain that freedom? We attain the power of ruling over self only through Raju. So, come, let's know the meaning of true independence.
सबको ये बताना है कि तुम रावण की जेल में पड़े हुए हो.
You have to tell this to everyone. You are lying in the jail of Ravan.
तुम कोई स्वतंत्र नहीं हो.
You aren't independent.
सब बंधन में हो.
All of you are in bondage.
कहते भी हैं कि हमको स्वतंत्रता मिले.
You even say we should become independent.
परंतु वास्तव में स्वतंत्रता किसको कहा जाता है, ये कोई भी नहीं जानते हैं.
But actually no one knows what is called independence, that is Swatantrata.
स्व कोई नहीं जानते.
They don't even know the self, that is Swa.
जब अपनी आत्मा को ही नहीं जानते हैं,
When they don't know their soul itself,
तो आत्मा का तंत्र क्या होता है, परमात्मा तंत्र क्या होता है, ये तो जानेंगे ही कैसे.
how will they know what the control of the self, the control of the supreme soul is?
तो रावण की जेल में सब फंसे हुए हैं.
So, everyone is stuck in the jail of Ravan.
अभी सच्ची स्वतंत्रता देने के लिए बाप आए हुए हैं.
Now, the Father has come to give you true independence.
क्योंकि बाप ही है एक, जो सदैव स्व स्थिति में रहने वाला है, सदैव ही स्व के तंत्र में रहने वाला है.
It is because it is the Father alone who always stays in the stage of the self, under the control of the self.
और आत्माएं तो साफ परतंत्र हो जाती हैं।
All the other souls become subordinate to others.
रावण की जेल में परतंत्र होकर के पाप ही पाप करती रहती है।
They keep committing sins and only sins by becoming subordinate in the jail of Ravan.
तो सच्ची सच्ची आजादी कौन सी है? वो लोगों को बताना चाहिए।
So, you should tell people what true independence is. There is another thing worth noting, that the Mother Bharat who we worship saying Vande Mataram, isn't there a father with that mother? It is because a Sadhva, that is a woman whose husband is alive, is worshipped in our Indian culture. Is this Bharat, which we refer to repeatedly, just a piece of physical inert land? In its reply, Honorable Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee had said,
अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी ने शायद ये कहा था कि भारत कोई भूमि का टुकड़ा नहीं है, वे जीता जागता राष्ट्र पुरुष है। अटल जी ने कहा था कि ये वंदन की धरती है, अभिनंदन की धरती है, ये अर्पण की भूमि है, ये तर्पण की भूमि है। इसकी नदी नदी हमारे लिए गंगा है, इसका कंकड़ कंकड़ हमारे लिए शंकर है। हम जिएंगे तो इस भारत के लिए और मरेंगे तो इस भारत के लिए, और मरने के बाद भी गंगा जल में बहती हुई हमारी अस्थियों को कोई कान लगाकर सुनेगा तो एक ही आवाज आएगी, भारत माता की जय।
मेरा भारत महान।
My Bharat is great.
तो महान जमीन होती है या व्यक्ति होता है?
So, is a land great or is a person great?
व्यक्ति अगर महान काम करेगा तो देश का नाम बाला होगा।
If a person does a great work, the name of the country will be glorified.
तो पहले व्यक्ति हुआ या पहले स्थान हुआ?
So, is the person or the place first?
तीन बातें होती है।
There are three things.
एक समय बलवान होता है,
One thing is that time is powerful.
एक आत्मा बलवान होती है और एक स्थान का भी महत्व होता है।
The second thing is that the soul is powerful, and the third thing is that the place is also important.
स्थान और समय इनको परिवर्तन करने वाली आत्मा है।
It is the soul that transforms place and time.
आत्मा चैतन्य है,
The soul is a living entity.
इसलिए चैतन्य का विशेष गायन है।
This is why something living is especially glorified.
तो भारत चैतन्य भी है।
So, Bharat is a living entity as well.
पहले चैतन्य है जिसके पुरुषार्थ से समय का परिवर्तन होता है।
The living entity comes first, through whose Purusharth time changes.
जड़ समय अपने आप परिवर्तन होगा क्या?
Will the inert time change on its own?
जड़ स्थान अपने आप परिवर्तन हो जाएगा क्या?
Will the inert place change on its own?
या परिवर्तन करने वाला चाहिए?
Or is the one who brings about the change needed? That God Shiv has incarnated in this land of Bharat. And upon entering the body of Shankar, that is living Bharat, he is carrying out the task of establishing one language, one kingdom and the dominance of one flag in the entire world secretively since 1936. It is also said, Jog Juput Jab Mantra Prabhav, Phale Tabe Jab Kare Durao. The Indian culture teaches to be secretive, while foreigners do pomp and show. God is explaining the secrets of the soul and the Supreme Soul through the knowledge of the Gita, to tie the entire world in one thread. A solution to the problems of every human being can be found with these secrets. When Bharat, which was called the Golden Bird, is re-established, it will be called the True Independence Day. Just like the father of our nation is said to have made a huge contribution in the freedom struggle of Bharat, similarly, the Father of the world lays the foundation of spiritual knowledge to give true freedom to each and every soul. For this, Gopinath Shastri Ji has said in his prophecy, "A great man will bring a great ideological revolution, as a result of which, the education system will change, and such education will come into existence, which will teach a person the art of living. New horizons and science will be explored under the guidance of such a religious community of Bharat, whom God Himself will guide." We sing very happily, "Let our flag always fly high, our beloved tricolor which conquers the world. Let its prestige never be lost, no matter if we have to lay down our lives for it. We shall gain victory over the world, it is then that our pledge will be fulfilled. Let our flag always fly high, the conqueror of the world, our beloved tricolor." So, who will be our marshal who gives us victory over the world? It isn't about the physical flag made of cloth, but there are three cloth-like bodies who become special supporters in God Shiv's task of world transformation. The three colors of the flag symbolize the work of three souls. The first color is the saffron color. This color symbolizes Shankar's work, who brought revolution in the whole world through the spiritual knowledge. The second color is the white color, which symbolizes Vishnu's purity. Every task is possible through purity. The spiritual gathering, which carries forward God's work of world transformation, is formed only through Vishnu's purity. The third color is the green color, which symbolizes Brahma's work. God gives that knowledge through Brahma by which the foundation of a golden world like heaven is laid. These very three personalities are known as the coat of arms of the living Bharat. Whenever an auspicious task is initiated, it certainly takes time to attain completion. For example, they are the freedom fighters of Bharat, who showed us the nectar-like grand celebration of independence after so many sacrifices and long struggle. In the same way, the Father of the world has laid the foundation of the work of providing us true freedom with the help of a handful ordinary simple people. We too will have to face many difficulties in it. But that day isn't far now. Many years of this diamond age of 100 years have passed. Now, a little of even the little time is left, in which this old Iron Age world, full of struggles, will be transformed, and the new Golden Age joyful world will begin through these three personalities. That very Bharat is glorified in the scriptures, Jammu Dweepe Bharat Khande. On its Everest peak, only one man will be visible. A poet had already mentioned him long ago in his composition. Only the one imperishable Bharat existed, and Bharat alone will survive in the end. All the rest of the foreign religious lands will perish. Every soul will be independent in that world. There will be no name and trace of slavery. It is a glory of that very time.
जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा।
We celebrate the physical independence day just for one birth now. But upon the completion of the task of the Father of the world, who has come to give us true freedom, we will truly celebrate the long life Independence Day for 2500 years. It is written with regards to this very kingdom of Ram, Daivik Dehik Bhautik Tapa, Ram Rajya Kahu Nahi Vyapa, which means there isn't the sorrow of body and there isn't misfortune there either. Bhautik Tapa means there are neither storms nor earthquakes there. The nature is also joy-giving there. Even a lion and a goat drink water at the same river bank in the kingdom of Ram. So pure is the atmosphere. There is the policy of as the king, so the subjects, that is the king sustains the subjects as his own children and the subjects see the king as their father. So, is that the scenario of our country Bharat at present? Has poverty, hunger, misconduct, sinfulness etc. been eradicated from Bharat today? Think for yourself as to what should be done to make Bharat the kingdom of Ram. It is also said, the world will change if we change, the world transforms when we transform ourselves. So, how can we change ourselves? How can we free ourselves from slavery and celebrate independence in a true sense? For more information, contact Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalaya, Block A, 351, 352, Vijay Vihar, Phase 1, Rithala, Delhi, 10085. Mobile number 9891370007, 9311161007. Email a11spiritual1@gmail.com. YouTube AIVV. Website www.pbks.info, www.adhyatmik-vidyalaya.com.